Hello everyone! Today we're going to be going over how to import custom models in Fortnite UEFN. We'll go over how we can import the animations and then apply the proper materials to our custom model. So I hope you guys enjoy.
So my dear viewers, here's how I get my this particular model. Sketchfab.com. There's a bunch of models here. Clearly, I want to look at this one, the Glamrock Freddy model. Credits to this person. So I'm going to pick this one because if you can see here in the preview, you can actually, it comes with animations. So you can go down here and to download your 3D model. You would have to log in. There's going to be a few options, I believe. Download the one that says FBX. And that's the one you want for your UEFN because that's going to be the most compatible with UEFN. So once your thing is downloaded, find it wherever you've downloaded. In my case, I have it here. What you want to do is go here, right click, and then extract all. It's gonna extract here, just press extract, and that's going to unpack the zip file here. And then you can get rid of this. We don't need this. I'm just gonna leave it there, but then get these. You're gonna see here we have the source, which is the actual FBX file. And then we have the textures, which we are going to import. Okay, so in UEFN, firstly, press Control Space, and then go into make a folder or whatever. I'm gonna make it. Let's make a folder. I'm gonna do okay. So custom character. Go in here. I'm going to first create a new folder. I'm gonna call it model. You don't have to, but I'm just doing this just to keep things organized. Go in here. So keep this open here, and then click on your file explorer again. So go in here, then go into the source. And then drag out your Glamrock Freddy source. Okay, so important here. Sometimes for some reason this import animations is not ticked. You want to make sure this is ticked, otherwise your animations are not going to pop up. And that's the only thing we need to worry about here, and then you can just click import all. Okay, here we go. We have these errors. Just don't worry about them, they're just random. But if you did everything correctly, you should have these everything here. This is your skeletal mesh. It doesn't have any materials at the moment, but we're gonna fix that in a second. And we also have our two animations here. We have this animation, which you can see here, and this one, the running or walking or whatever. So in this case, this doesn't have the materials applied yet. So what we need to do is go back into the folder here, and then go into the textures folder here, where you first, extracted the folder here. Go into the textures, highlight everything. You can press Ctrl A, and then just drag them here like that. Okay, so that took a while, but after all that, I like to just click save all and just save everything. Okay, so you're probably noticing that there are 4 materials here. These materials are already linked up to our skeletal mesh. So if I go in here, you can see we have the materials here, the ones that UEFN created for us. However, we need to assign the textures to them. So I'm going to exit out of here, and firstly I'm going to find this one. You can see up here it says material underscore emissive eye. So click on here, and we want to get rid of this because this is just a white value. And what I want to do is press Ctrl Space, bring up my content drawer, find the textures that have sort of the same name as your material. For example, this one is emissive eye. So you would find your emissive eye texture here. In my case, I only have this one. You see here it says eye material base color. And this one also says eye material, and these are the only 2. So just grab these 2, click on this, left click, press Control, and click on this, and then you can drag these 2 here. Okay, so materials. This one is, okay, so if you go down here, you can see here, you can expand this, and it says here material base color. So you drag this RGB node and put it to the base color. So this is your base material. This is going to be your color in wherever parts, in this case our eyeball. And then this one, this blue purple one, is your normal map. You can see here if I expand this, it says normal. So what the normal map does is it just gives it some extra depth / shading for our material. But basically all this normal does is it just makes our texture look more 3D and more alive. So just grab this RGB pin and just connect it to the normal pin right here. And then we can save, and we can get out of here. So if we go in here, you can see now Freddy has his eyes. So we just repeat the same process. So I'm going to go into this one here. This one is the Glamrock Freddy. It has no name, which just tells me this is probably the sort of main material. Get rid of this. And in here, we're going to find, again, the same name. This one is Glamrock Freddy. So find here, this is the endo. So I'm guessing for the endoskeleton. So not this one. If we go here, this is the, here we go, Glamrock Freddy body. So they're not the same name, but I can probably infer that Glamrock Freddy refers to the main material. So find all of them that says the body. This one says body. This one says body, it's the normal map. And this one says body, which is the occlusion. So grab these and just put them here. Okay, and then again, this one is the base color, so drag this here. This is your normal, so drag this here. This one is a bit tricky, but I believe this one is our occlusion and our roughness. You can see here it says occlusion, and then it sort of cuts off at roughness. Usually when they say more than one, so occlusion is one node here, you can see the ambient occlusion. Then the roughness is the other node here. Usually if it includes more than one, that just means each corresponds to the RGB values. So in this case, because occlusion is first, that would be the R. So I believe we can drag out this R pin into the ambient occlusion. And then the G pin is the roughness. You can see it sort of cuts off there. So we can grab the G and put that in the roughness right there. So then we can apply and save. And if we go back here into our Freddy, you can see here now he's a little more shiny because we've applied the roughness to the appropriate node there. And go back here, and then we can repeat the same process to the interior here. So grab the interior textures here, so these three, so drag these out. So again, base color, this one goes here. The normal map goes to the normal. And like I said here, this one includes 3, so it's going to be the, let's see here, if I can expand this, it says occlusion, roughness, metallic. So the R is going to be the ambient occlusion. The roughness goes into here, and then the metallic is the B, so drag that there. All right. And then lastly, we have this, which is the endoskeleton. So just find the endoskeleton ones. It's going to be, in my case, it's, so this one, endo base color, endo normal, and then endo occlusion roughness metallic. So base color goes here, the normal goes here, and then like I said, so first is the occlusion, so that's the R pin, then the roughness, which is the G pin, and then the metallic, which is the last one, which is the B pin. So ambient occlusion, roughness, and metallic, and then we can apply and save that. And now we can go back to Glamrock Freddy, and there you go. He has all his materials applied, and the endoskeleton is also applied. So once we're done with that, we need to get a creative prop, which means creating a new blueprint class. So go in here, right click anywhere really, and create a blueprint class. Create this building prop, and then I'm gonna call it Freddy1 or whatever. In here, what we want is, firstly, is we're going to add a new skeletal mesh. This one I'm going to call it, you don't have to call it, but I'm just going to call it Freddy mesh. In the skeletal mesh asset, click your Glamrock Freddy skeletal mesh. So in my case, it's this one. Just find the one that you created. You can see here we have Glamrock Freddy. Another cool thing you can do here is you can preview the animations here. You can have this animation playing. You can also have this animation playing. You can see that. And you can preview that there. If you do play it here, what that means is this is going to play forever, as long as your prop is active within the world. So I actually don't want any animations, so just compile, save. Anyway, that's it for importing custom props. In the next episode, I'm going to make it so we actually take control of our custom prop. And sorry for making a two-parter. I just felt that it was a bit too long and that might have been discouraging. This way it's a bit more digestible, I guess. But anyway, I hope this was helpful, and yeah.